Guys, I'm really delighted to welcome to the podcast a young woman named Hana Ratnam. She's a Christian filmmaker of Pakistani origin. She has a film company called Supernatural Stories Limited. It's based in Vancouver, British Columbia. She's won a number of film awards. And she has had a remarkable life story and some remarkable experiences I want her to share with you. Hana, welcome to the podcast. Thanks very much for joining me. Probably most of our viewers and listeners won't be familiar with you, so can you begin by telling a little bit about your story? Where were you born? Talk a little bit about your family.
First of all, I'd like to thank you and Debbie and the whole team who has been coordinating and giving me this opportunity. This is really honored for me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I'm born and brought up. Thank you. I'm born and brought up in Pakistan. I'm from Karachi. I lived all my life in Karachi and I left 2000 permanently, saying that I will never go back. So that was my end of the story for Pakistan. I also didn't marry to a Pakistani. My husband is Indian and I never wanted to go back to Pakistan. Never, ever. So we are 7 brothers and sisters, including myself. And my mother was very, very spiritual woman, very near to God. And my father was also a very strong man, very educated, very well established. But the persecution in Pakistan is too much. So my mother said, whoever got whatever chance, leave. So I just escaped somehow from Pakistan. There was an opportunity. I was doing my MBA at that time. And somebody told me that there is an exhibition happening in Dubai. Would you like to go? I said, yes, I will go. So they arranged everything for me. I took the cottage industry, represented Pakistan in international market, and I left. And I never went back.
Now, let's talk about Pakistan for a while. It's the Islamic State of Pakistan. At one time, I'm actually somewhat familiar with Pakistan. My mother was born in Pakistan, actually very close to Karachi. So I had some family on the Indian side and some family on the Pakistani side. Pakistan was, in its origins, pretty secular. In other words, it wasn't founded as a sort of radical Islamic state, but it appears to have moved in that direction, maybe beginning with the Pakistani premier named Zia and now continuing over the subsequent decades. But it sounds like you experienced in your family kind of a suffocating environment as a Christian in Pakistan. Talk a little bit about that. In what ways are Christians harassed in Pakistan?
I don't know what people think here about Pakistan. It's a big mess. It's such a big mess. I have anything you name it, it's persecution. Either you're in school, they discriminate you with your name. They also bully you with very bad names, especially with women. It's such a bad treatment. I myself had experienced so many things in my childhood, in my youth, my neighborhood, my school, college, university, anywhere and anything you name it, they'll persecute. Even if you sit in the bus, they do such things, which is, I don't feel good to talk about that. They just touch you different parts. They just touch you different, they call you with names. It's horrible. And we are called in Pakistan sweepers.
Wow. Now, Hana, you, what sort of inspired you to go into the film business, you might say, is you have a film that's called Hana's Dream. So explain to people who won't know, what is your dream and what made you think about turning it into a film?
I had a dream on 19 September 2013. I always had dreams. Age of 9, I had first dream. And every dream between 3 days and 1 year, it used to come to pass. And my mom knew that this is my calling. But then when I had this dream, I saw a white colored church. And in that church, the beautiful, decorated kind of Christmas event. Children are singing with white dresses. There are a lot of women preaching, teaching, beautiful worship happening. And I was there, present at that time. And I saw 2 men running towards the church, and they're holding big guns. And they're saying, we are going to kill everybody. And I heard them saying that. And I got scared and I was worried and I started screaming and I said, close the doors, close the windows. These guys are getting in and they're going to kill everybody. The moment I said this and one of the security guard got up to close the door, one of them got in the church and he suicided himself. So he was the first bomb blast inside the church. And then there was so much, oh my God, so much blood, so much body parts all around the walls, hanging on the trees, on the floor. The whole building was like red with blood. And then another bomb blast happened right after that. And then I was one time in the hospital taking care of the people. One time I was in the graveyard. One time I'm in the church. It was so hard for me to understand that dream. And I got up with scared and I said, oh my Lord, what this happened? I don't know where this is happening. I don't know.
So Hannah, what you're saying is that you had some earlier dreams that appeared to then be fulfilled in reality, and now you describe this sort of unbelievably vivid dream of a bombing of a church. Well, did that in fact come to pass?
After 3 days, it happened.
And where were you when that happened?
I was in Vancouver.
I see.
I came back from, actually, I was so sad for 3-4 days. So my husband said, let's go out. And we went to watch a movie. And during the movie, it was Salman Khan's movie. And I was watching and I could see the bomb blast is happening as if it's happening in Pakistan or somewhere, I don't know where. And I just told Ratnam, I see these people are mine. I can see their faces. I have seen their clothes. I think these are my people. And we came back and I said, I don't know what's going on. Just don't disturb me. And I said, can I watch the TV? Can I spend some time quiet? And the moment TV was on, this was the news.
Now, Hannah, let me have you draw, if you can, the significance of what you're saying, because there will be people who will be sympathetic to your story, but they're going to say, well, listen, the idea that one could somehow, through dreams, anticipate real future events, I mean, that's just not normal. Would you agree that it's not normal? Are you saying that you have perhaps a gift of prophecy or of insight that has enabled you to sort of experience this before it actually happens? What is for you the significance of this dream?
I'm not a filmmaker. I don't have education in film or anything in writing or doing anything like that. It is purely God thing. When I had this dream, I prayed for 5 years for these people. And I said, Lord, I don't know what to do for them. I don't know where to go. I'm new to Canada. I'm not even settled. How am I going to help these people? And I heard a voice from God after 5 years, Habakkuk 2:2. And in that, I read in my Urdu Bible, and it says, write on big plates. So people from far, those who are running, can see. And I said, Lord, what kind of plate is this? In this world, I don't know what you're talking, and I don't understand. Can you explain me? And I kept that verse, and I kept praying for that verse for almost 2 years. And then I was not able to do anything. And I said, Lord, I don't know where to go. And these cry and these people hurt. I can still see their wounds. The body parts are still in my eyes, inside me. What do I do? And then I was praying again and I heard another voice and God says, Christian media. And I Googled Christian media and there was a conference happening. I went there. Everybody told me, write a script. Because what you're telling, people will not understand the way Justice said. People won't understand what you're talking. I'm sorry.
No, that's quite okay. Well, I think this is something that people should check out further. I find it very intriguing. I don't quite know what to make of it, I got to confess, Hannah, but I wish you all the best in your journey. And I want to mention your website. It's Hannah Ratnam, HANNAHRATNAM.com. Will people be able to find out more about your story if they check it out?
Sure, there's everything there.
Okay. All the best to you, Hannah, and thanks for coming on the podcast. And folks, you're welcome to check her out at hannahratnam.com.
Thank you so much.